Hi, how's everybody? This is DEDE BLASS, SoundCloud, Gospel Talk Radio. I told you that I would come back and get the news done. These last little bit of news, some of them are very short and straight to the point. There wasn't much information, after that. So, okay, I'm just going to start with, just go ahead and just start with it. This is news, okay? A Uber driver kicks passengers out because they said they were white privileged. And then they called him a nigger. That's it on that story. Okay, horrible. A 15-year-old boy fatally shot by a white man for accidentally bumping into him. The white prejudiced man says that's more trash off the streets, okay? All right, a shame. A man watches another man smack his mom, and he doesn't do a damn thing about it. And what's so strange, he was wearing an NWA sweatshirt. Okay. All right. Charlemagne gives a Florida man a donkey of the day after leaving his his 4-year-old daughter in a car while attending court. Can you believe it? He pulled up because he had to go to court. And in the meantime, while he's going to court, he leaves the 4-year-old girl in the car by herself. So that was a thumbs up, Charlemagne. I agree. Donkey of the goddamn day. Okay, so a Florida man, 52 years old, Dean Bodge, left his 4-year-old in a car while attending court for domestic violence. That's why he was going to court, which is now besides the domestic violence. He has now the charges, leaving the little girl in the car. So, donkey of the day, thumbs up, Charlemagne. Okay, Starbucks had an incident that proved that they were, I guess, in quote, whites only. Spaces still existed. Witnesses say this doesn't happen to white people. Okay, police should not be used to protect space from non-white people. Definitely should not subscribe. You know what I mean, to force incarceration and be removed. Like you're an immigrant or a refugee. Especially when administration is only targeted. As for blacks. Blacks are targeted. They say Starbucks doesn't want blacks. In their facilities. So Starbucks has taken steps into last month's incident as a teaching moment for countless employees. These occurrences will continue, if it's not, discussed within the company. This can't be, we're losing money. Races, a lot of racist people are very racist, behind closed doors and things. And, they get really embarrassed, when they're brought out, as you're a racist, I'm not, I have black friends and, but anyway, racism is here. It's been here. So, all right, let's move on. Okay. Now, this is a story that I put up last week. I'm sorry. I put the title up, a black man knocks out a racist white man. Unfortunately, that story, when the tape turned off, wasn't a part, that you could hear. So I'm going to redo it. It's very short. Pretty typical. Okay, a bus driver, the bus driver was a black man, knocks out a racist white man for calling him a nigger and spitting in his face. You can say what you want to say. Don't spit on me. Don't spit on me. He called him a boy. So the driver, floored his ass. He knocked him out. So what he was doing was when the man got on the bus, he said hello to the man. It was very nice to the man. But it's just that he gave the man direction. And that's where the relationship, as far as getting on, how are you today, getting on, put your service in and you go sit your ass down. So he was letting him know that he can't, cross the line. Rich people don't know nothing about the bus. They don't. Only middle class and po-ass folks know about the bus. So there is a line on the bus that you can't cross, you know, on the bus. And they like for you to stand behind that line for security purposes. And so that white man went off. You know, first of all, he's probably poor white trash living in the hood. You know what I mean? So he was already angry. So the white man said nigger. He spit in the man's face. And all the driver wanted was for him to stand behind the line, you know, for safety purposes, as I said. So we all have taking a train or a bus, you know, and if it's your constant transportation, you know the bus rules and things like that. So anyway, everything was fine until he told him to stand back. You know, so, TKO, knocked his ass the fuck out. Okay, now now I'm not sure, you know, what happened with this story, but it was said that a knife man killed one person and wounded 4 in a suspected terror attack in the central Paris, which is the French officials, they say. So I'm not sure, you know, but anyway, the attacker was shot dead by police in the Alpres district. Witnesses say that he heard the man shout out Allah Akbar, so-called in an Islamic State IS. Later said one of the soldiers carried out the attack on Saturday evening. It took place in an area you know, renowned for, I don't know, for nightlife for people. But, you know, they, like the French president, his name is Emmanuel Macron, something like that. You know, he says once again that his country has paid in blood. So he will not give an inch to the enemies of freedom, for freedom. Okay, so I just, you know, I thought, you know, that was something. So actually it wasn't pertaining to us in the U.S., but almost, because the U.S. is becoming communist every day, you know. Okay, so now these are the stories that I was waiting to get out. So basically, I have news stories. I told you guys I found another news, I call it the news center. So, you know, my little area for my news is strictly for my news, and don't touch my paperwork and don't knock it over or take them out of a sink, you know, because I'm filing, you know, my news reports, and then I want to also file the updates, you know, we've got a couple of updates, you know, so that's always good to, you know, have an update. So I'm starting, you know, low at the moment. Actually, I'm starting high. I feel good, you know, and I'm glad to get the news out to you, you know. And so I really like this a lot, you know. So just give me a minute, you know. Things are gonna be, you know, come together you know, they're falling together now. You know, DEDE BLASS, SoundCloud, Gospel Talk Radio, you know. So we're doing very well, and just give me a minute to kind of, and you know, I moved my couches, y'all. So the area where I got the couch at now, it's not enough light. You can't even see me, you know. So I have to find somewhere in the house, you know, where we can use the lamp that we have, you know, to kind of brighten things up. So I'm looking, you know, throughout the house of where I could, you know, set my little center up, my little channel, you know. So, you know, my channel, this, you know, it's going to grow. It's just, you know, I appreciate it, you know, even the people that subscribe, you know, and some people have commented, you know. I wanted to give a shout out to Prince. Prince said some keywords to me: safe and healthy. Yes, Prince. I thank you for that a lot. I take that real deep inside, you know. So shout out to Prince. The young lady that commented on the Illuminati Scarface, I still, you know, haven't gone back to check her name. So I'm giving her an extra shout out. And I want to shout out Mr. Good. And I want to shout out Pastor Michael Smith, Wakalimi. I'm shouting him out as well. Okay, so I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I just wanted to get these last little, you know, pages like right out of my mind, right out of the way. Let's go file these. And all right, so I have some news stories, and they're going to be good stories. You know, So I like a certain kind of story, and like I said, I'm gonna stay away from trending. Like if it's juicy and if it entails a news story that can come behind it, you know, I will report it. But if it's strictly straight up gossip, I'm not gonna report that. I'm sorry, you know. Like I said, I don't care what people are doing. Once they go in their house and close their door and lock it, it's none of my business. What they're doing on the phone, what they're doing in their bedroom behind their own closed doors, and, you know, that DEDE BLASS, I have nothing to do with that. I have, you know, really. Gossip is not going to be on my page. So, like I say, if something happens and it turns into like a news story, you know, I will report it. But in general, you're not going to get gossip at my page. You know, if I'm feeling like I, you know, want to hear a little gossip, I know exactly, you know, what pages to go to hear some gossip, really. You know, so, you know, so gossip, not on my page. All right, so I'm not going to hold you guys long. I told you that I would do the video in black. I got my hair wrapped up now in a scarf. So I wasn't even about to get on YouTube with a scarf on, y'all. Or those little bonnets and shit that they be wearing. That's hilarious to me for a bitch to get on camera and got a scarf and shit on that you slept in all night. And then not only the scarf, but you got that little bonnet, little like a shower cap looking thing, you know. That is so funny to me. Well, anyway, so not here, you know, you won't catch me in a scarf. You know, you have to live with me to catch me in a scarf, or a good friend to come over and chat, you know. You know, they can see me in a scarf, you know, but not national TV, you know. Oh, I don't even know if this is national, but just in general. So, well, I'm feeling pretty good, you know. So how's everybody, you know? I hope everybody's doing good. You know, my spirits are up, like, hey! You know, and it feels so good. And I hope everybody else, you know, having the same feeling good about yourself, feeling good about life, and, you know, trying to make it, you know, trying to get through this thing called life, you know. And so you got to make choices how you want to live it. You know what I mean? So, and I choose to fight, baby. Keep it moving, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Can't please everybody, you know. Can't please everybody. Really. Live your life. Be happy. You know, just for no damn reason at all. Just be happy, you know. All right. Okay, so I'm going to put these away. And I'm glad that you guys paid attention to me reading the news. I really appreciate it. Shout out to the people who's been viewing my videos. I thank you. You can subscribe. But I appreciate even just the fact that you viewed it. I respect that a lot, you know. So, well, anyway, so I'm going to get out of here. I have some things that I want to do. I'm still doing laundry, so I want to make sure I get that out and then get these clothes folded, you know, and, you know, put them away and everything. So everybody's stuff is, you know, organized and washed, and socks and underwears and stuff, you know. So so let me get, you know, back to that, and I'll see you guys maybe tonight. It's a possibility. All right. So well, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to the news. This is a news channel. We're trying to find some other things that we would like to do, that we could do. I'm thinking about a topic, and I'm going to share it with y'all when I come back on. All right. Okay. So I'm out of here. Okay. Bye-bye.